Good day, gents. So, a new video finally. Um, I'm still on the mends. I think I've had flu now for about 2 times in the past month. So, sorry about that. I wanted to shoot this video a lot sooner, but yeah, this is the best I can do. Today I'll be doing a short bat rep, probably about 2-3 turns, if I can fit it in one video. Um, so I put up a table with 2 brigades per side. So on the left there's a Union brigade of 4 regiments. One of them is large, and its commander is a competent officer. I just scribbled something down on a MDF base. I don't think you can see it, but there it is. In the middle there's a battery of 3 pieces, which resembles a large battery, all rifled guns. And on the left is another brigade, three regiments, 1 large, 2 average sized, and a commander who is, I believe, great. Yes, he's great. On the opposite side, 2 Confederate brigades, 4 regiments. I think all of them are average, and the officer is excellent. Down in the center on the hill, an average sized battery, 2 pieces, smoothbore guns. And on the left, there's a brigade of 3 regiments, all average sized, and the commander is great. In the middle, there is this rock formation, which counts as hardcover. We got a couple of fences running around along the table, and this large field of corn, which which the Union will have to cross. Corn counts as counts as what? Light scenery, I would say. So half your move going through. Visibility is constricted to or restricted to 6 inch. So yeah, I would say let's go ahead and see what we can make of it. I'll probably have to mean that I have to move across the table several times, but we'll make do with what we have. And sorry about my voice; it's still not great. Anyway, yeah, let's start. So I got my D10 dice right here, and the first thing we need to do, I hope you can see it. A game round consists of determined number of aide-de-camps per side. So as I'm on my own, I'll have to do it for each side. Let's roll for the Union first. They roll an 8, and by rolling a D10 we mean a D5 in this case. So 8 is 4 aide-de-camps, and you always get +1, which means the Union side has 5 aide-de-camps he can use to help him pass orders and pass morale checks. Now, as for the Confederates, they roll an 8 as well. So that also means 5 aide-de-camps for them. And now we can roll for initiative. Who goes first? You can use some of your aide-de-camps to seize the initiative if you want to. I think the Union player really wants to go first. If I oversee the battlefield correctly. So let's assume they are going to use 2 aide-de-camps to seize the initiative. That means they have 3 remaining. And the Confederates, well, they might want to put in 1. Let's say, just for sake of example. Now each side rolls. you roll a d10 plus your ACWs, and rolling for the Union, they roll a 10. Plus 2 is 12. So that's their score, and yeah, the Confederates, they won't be able to make it with one ACW, but we'll see what they roll in anyway. 6 becomes 7. No. So the Union goes first. Perfect. When you start the game, when you start a turn, you start by rallying your fleeing troops. Well, in this case, we don't have any because it's the first turn. Next up is an alternative phase, an optional phase, I should say, artillery. And you can fire your artillery if you want to. They can fire in your shooting phase, but yeah, infantry movement was often preceded by artillery fire, so I have allowed for people to use their artillery in this phase, which means they can also move away in the movement phase if you wanted to. So let's start by shooting our batteries. They're all rifled guns. And it's a large battery. That means I have 3 dice to shoot with. Let's see which type of ammunition we're going to use. I think I'm going to shoot at the opposite battery. And in that case, you will want to roll with solid shot. Solid shot was used as counter battery fire. Yeah. Generally speaking, solid shot was used to crash into your guns and your limber teams and stuff like that. So each hit you will score causes 2 damage instead of 1. So let's see how far away the artillery is to determine if we are long range or medium range. Let me see. They are, let's say, 47 inches away. Now, artillery rifled guns have a range of 80 inch, which means 47, that's over half range. So let's see what modifier they have. Long range is a -1, and they hit on a 7 normally. So that means I have to roll 8s. That's a 1, a 6, and a 4. So all misses. And I've made it a little bit harder for artillery to hit than for infantry because, well, especially at long ranges, artillery wasn't effective. Let me get some of this wadding. It's always handy to put some smoke markers in front of units that have fired. Yes, so I have now shot at the artillery, and with hot lead and cold steel, units that have been fired upon may immediately return fire. So let's say the Confederates want to return fire. They're gonna fire at the Union battery, of course. You can only return fire at the unit that fired upon you. And yeah, it's an average size batteries because Confederate batteries were smaller than Union batteries. And they're all smooth bores. Now, firing solid shot, there's not a lot of difference in except for the fact that smoothbore fired round shots, which could bounce. That means, yeah, that would be handy against infantry and things like that. but firing against artillery in the game has no difference, no more difference than firing a solid shot from a rifled gun. So let's see if the Confederates can do better. That's 60-inch for a smoothbore gun, so it's still over half range, and 2 dice. They roll 1-8. Now that of course means they do 1 hit, which counts as 2, because it's counter battery fire and it is a solid shot. I'm gonna just put our dice next to the unit, showing you have 2 hits. And I'm gonna show that these guys are fired with these smoke markers. Next up, let me get my quick play sheet. The order phase. Now comes the most interesting part, and that is having your commanders move your troops around. So we got two brigades each side, and let's start with the brigade on the right side. I think I want to have them move to the edge of the cornfield, behind the stone, not the stone wall, the fence. And I will probably need 2 moves for the guys on the right and 3 moves for the guys on the left, because they have to cross a cornfield. But moving your troops 3 times means you will have to force march them, and that will mean they're gonna receive a fatigue penalty. And being early in the game, I don't want to risk that. So let's just say the entire brigade wants to move 2 times, 2 moves. I had 3 aide-de-camps left, and what do I need for a 2-move order? I need a 5. So let's say I'm gonna use 1 aide-de-camp. I will need a 4+. And my general is competent, so we're not getting any modifiers from him, unfortunately. So a 4+ is a successful order. I get a 9, which is more than enough. Perfect. Now, each unit in line of battle moves 10 inches. So they can move up to 20, but I said I want to have them take up positions behind the fence. So that is what they'll do. That's those. And these chaps on the left, they're gonna have a bit of a harder time getting through the field. So let's say they can move 10 inch and take off 5 for the cornfield. So that is about 15 inch. No. You can move up to 2 here. And every inch is 2 inches in the game. So they will stop around here. I can easily pick off these pieces of corn, put them to the side for a bit. And these are going to form up here. All right, that's brigade number 1. I'm not sure if you can see it. Here's the 2nd brigade. Now we have a great commander. That means a +1 on the order test and on your morale checks. And I have, let me see, 2 aide-de-camps left. So they want to move as quickly as possible forward, meaning 3 moves. They're going to be slowed a bit by the light woods on this side. So 3 moves means, let me see, 6 plus, but I have a commander who gives me a +1 on his test, meaning 5s, and 2 aide-de-camps, meaning a 3 or higher, and a roll of 4, which is just about enough. So now these guys can move up to 3 moves. That's 30 inch, subtracting 5 inch for the forest. So I will move up to 25, which is right up here. Not sure if that's the smartest thing they could have done, but so be it. Now, if you move 2 times or more, you're not able to fire in your own turn. But as it is the Union turn first, followed by the Confederate turn, if they're fired upon, they may, of course, return fire. But having moved 3 times, it means they will receive, each regiment will receive 1 fatigue penalty, because you're force marching them, and that will tire them out. Right. That was the order phase for the Union. Shooting phase. We don't have any shooting because the artillery already fired, and infantry can't fire at this moment. And there's no melee phase, so now we are going to move over to the Confederate side. Which means I need to move as well. All right. That's a bit more spacious here, which is great. Okay, so this is the overview from the other side, and I think it's handy to start here. I think my time for shooting this video is almost up, so I think I'll just record a second piece. See you in part number 2.